is about to go live online. Catch all out monster hit music, all out celebrity interviews, all out showbiz and sports news, all out fun, an exclusive on the Monster. Catch the stream on the Monster Facebook page at RX931, the Monster YouTube channel at RX931, and twitch.tv/Monster RX931. Your all out hosts, Rico Robles and Kayla Rivera. Stand by and enjoy the program.
Oh, yes, we got him live. Yeah, we're going a little earlier on the show. Normally, we start at 4, but we got to go earlier. Why? Because it's something big. His first ever Asian tour. He is joining us. He is here in Manila. Got a big show, if I'm not mistaken, tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, first time on the show, Elijah Woods. Hey, man.
What's up? What's up? How you doing, bro?
Hey, great. Okay, so, welcome to the Philippines. Is this your first time in the Philippines?
It is my first time. Yeah, it's so hot. I don't know how you guys do it. I love it though. I'm absolutely soaking up the heat. But it's lovely. It's been a whirlwind. We've been in a ton of cities in the last couple weeks, and we landed in the Philippines last night, and I got some Jollibee and I went to sleep. It was lovely.
It was like the way it's planned. Do you know what I mean? Take a nap, good food, take a nap, done. That's what it is.
Yeah,
now,
exactly.
for you, I mean, when you go on different countries, do you research? Do you check out what's the spots, or is it more of like come as you are and just figure out what people are gonna do?
When I travel as a tourist, I try to experience as much as possible. This tour, the routing is just crazy because I'm trying to get to as many cities as possible. And we have no time. We have no time to experience anything really, which is kind of crazy. But the little time that I've had, I try to go for a walk and just like see some of the local stuff and just monuments and shops and just get a vibe of sort of the landscape of the city or the place that I'm in. Unfortunately, I get so little time in Manila, so my show is the only opportunity to connect with people.
And speaking of your show, it is happening, of course, tonight, if I'm not mistaken, right over at the Podium Theater. So what to expect on your show? What are the tracks you're going to be singing?
It's wild. These guys. I wonder if I can show you the venue. Hang on. Can I show you the venue? Is that okay? Yeah. All right. I'm gonna just do it.
No.
These guys set up this whole thing up today. This was like an empty tube this morning, and they set up everything for the show. It's unbelievable. Apparently they don't have shows here, but this is like a really, really cool place to play. So it's going to be a really, really fun night. My first Manila show, my first Philippine show ever. And honestly, like the Philippines has been a huge supporter of my career. You guys are 95% of why this is all happening for me. And I'm just so grateful to be here and to connect with everybody who's effectively changed my life. I think this is just so much fun. So tonight is really about that. It's really just about making sure that we're all here together, and it's not about me on stage performing. It's about us in a room singing these songs together and experiencing them in whatever way that everyone else experiences them. Like I sing these all the time,
How does it feel when you have people, when you're first writing songs, and then now you have people singing along to your songs, knowing the lyrics from hundreds and thousands of miles away, as a songwriter, how does it feel?
It's surreal, man. I think we were just chatting about this, and I think writing songs is one of those things where you have to be like deeply personal, and you have to be really honest with how you're feeling in the moment. And as soon as you're done doing that, and as soon as you decide to release it, they become everybody else's. And sometimes they react, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes they land. Sometimes they just end up in a playlist somewhere. But the fact is, like, when you come to play a show here, and there are people singing like the verse 2 of a song that was really, really special to me, and people know the words and they're really, really excited about it, it's beyond anything I can explain. Like it's so surreal, because I think it's so cool about music. It transcends borders and language and gender and everything. Like it's so universal, and it makes me feel so excited about putting songs out that I care about, because people just make it their own,
And then when it comes to your writing process and everything, when it comes to your music, do you sit there and check out what's happening on TikTok? What's a certain sound that's on trend? Or is it more of I'm gonna space out, I'm gonna do my own thing, consume it, y'all, if you like it, if not, whatever, that kind of thing?
I think, I mean, for me personally, I really try to do the opposite of that. I try to live two different lives, and I try to separate both music and promotion. I think
Mhm.
it's really to get swallowed up into the, oh, this is trending right now, so let me make a song like that, and then by the time that song comes out, that trend is over, and then you're just stuck with a song that like you don't really like in the first place, but you made for everybody else. I've been really, I guess I'm maybe not even strict, but just like excited
Mhm.
about creating music in a vacuum. I think like separate the promotion and the art piece, and I try to create the things that make me excited, and then figure out how I'm going to promote it and stuff after, because it gets a little spooky if you're just making music for consumption or things that you think
Mhm.
will work. Never do. It's like it's always the songs that you feel the strongest about, because you tapped into something. Like not even saying like, oh yeah, like I'm a sick songwriter when I'm on. It's not about that. It's just like when you allow yourself the space to create, you often come up with the more in touch thing. There's more space for that thing to channel through you. You know what I mean?
Mhm. And with you writing music, what's a better? I mean, what is it easier to write a heartbreak song, or is it easier to write a happy song? And what are the challenges about being a songwriter?
I think the challenge about being a songwriter is just having honest things to write about. I think like I can't remember. There's an interview talking about, um, actually, it wasn't even talking to Chad Kruger of Nickelback, actually, and
Mhm.
lovely human. And we were just chatting about kind of the highs and lows of being an artist and being a songwriter and the whole thing. And we got on the topic of Mick Jagger, and we were talking about the Rolling Stones and this whole thing. I was speculating that I can't imagine at that level you're living a life that is relatable anymore, because
Mhm.
everything, your life is so abnormal, and that's how I feel now. It's like I go to the venue and somebody gets me tea.
Mhm. Okay, for those that are tuning in, of course, we have Elijah Woods. He is joining us. He is down the street, and we're just picking up on the Wi-Fi that where he's at. Let's see. We'll try to get that going. He was talking about Mick Jagger and the songwriting, and of course with Chad Kroger. Here we go. Try to get him back. Once again, we are live. For those that are tuning in, we are live over at Monster RX93.1. We are chatting with Elijah Woods, who got a show that is happening tonight over at the Podium Hall. Live Nation bringing you this awesome show. So we are getting the opportunity to get to talk to him and get to know his music. So we'll try to get a reset on our link. Yeah, we're going to try to get another reset on our link. He is going to be joining us again in a bit. If you have any questions, do send them in. 0960-136-7931. Giving you another Monster exclusive interview for those that are tuning in. You got Rico Robles. Yeah, till about 4 o'clock. Well, all out. So we're on till about 7 o'clock. Then at 7 o'clock, we'll have the concert series. So do stay tuned for that. If you haven't gotten tickets yet, don't forget you could get some over at livenation.ph. Early bird for the tickets, 225. Floor standing, 2650. You get to meet. We want to do the VIP experience. We'll get that as well. All right. So there's an opportunity there where you're going to get a VIP experience. Okay, so that's pretty much. We'll try to get them back. We'll give them a few more seconds. Hopefully, they get their connection back. But of course, for those that are watching us, we have Elijah Woods. He is joining us via, of course, our Monster exclusive interview that we got going. I'm gonna play y'all a track. And we'll jump back in as soon as he gets back in. All right. So once again, here it is. He is back. Okay. Before I play that track, okay, we're back.
We're
Hey.
back.
All right. All
We're
right,
back.
cool. All right, so
Can you
we're
hear me?
talking about let's pick up with the songwriter with the music. Okay, you were talking about Chad Kroger of course Nickelback. So how was that experience? And then you guys were talking about Mick Jagger.
Yeah. So we were just chatting about just how surreal it is to be in this industry, and um, how inhuman it is at some points, or like or anti-human experience it is, because like everyone just takes such good care of me, and I feel so lucky that that's the case. But you stop having these human experiences in the same way that we were talking about, going out in a city and just walking around and doing the thing. Like I love it, but I have a security guard with me here. You know what I mean? Like, that's so weird. Like, it's just like, it's so bizarre. So to have human experiences, I think that's the crutch of songwriting. It's to go out in a city and get lost and maybe have one too many drinks or meet somebody new or whatever that thing is. It's like those little insignificant or those little significant moments, those things that you can pay attention to, really, really make a song. So when I'm not on tour, when I'm not on the road, I really try to soak in as much of that as possible. So if I was to come back to Manila, I'd be doing a lot of roaming around in the streets with a hat and sunglasses on.
So you'll be on a stealth kind of thing. You'll come in here unannounced, not tell a soul, and then next thing you know, your fans used to go crazy. But when did you discover that this was something that you wanted to do? How old are you when you said, okay, I could make money out of songwriting, or this is going somewhere, I could do this as a profession? I mean, you're a very good looking guy. You could be a model. You could do all that, man.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. I don't know if I have the modeling gene, but honestly, it was pretty like happenstance. I started DJing at a very young age, and I got into music, and my dad taught me how to play guitar when I was like 8 years old or so. And I never wanted to do anything with music. I just like really liked it. And I was playing basketball growing up, and I was like a sports guy. And then I started producing dance music just out of necessity for a friend of mine. And then through that, I started producing for other artists, and that got bigger and bigger. And then I started paying my bills with it. And I was like, this is cool. And at the time, I was in school to be a physiotherapist. And I told my mom, I was like, listen, I'm making better money now than I would be being a physiotherapist. I'm going to drop out. And she was like, maybe don't do that. Like, nobody makes it in music. It's like a tough thing to do. And I did. And then she and my dad were so supportive of me. And I feel so lucky that they were. Because then I just I put my head down for a couple of years, and I started writing songs, and I started taking it a lot more seriously. And when I looked up, there was people following me, and people cared, and people cared about what I was writing, which is just so bizarre. But I think, like, I don't know, I hate to give advice, but I think I can speak from my experience. I think the thing that maybe helped me get through the sort of weird years is like, I didn't look for anything. I wasn't like seeking approval from anybody else. I just really wanted to do it for me. I started just making music, and I was just like, this is really fun, and I like what I'm saying, and I like how it sounds, and I like how my voice sounds, and I like how the guitars sound, and whatever it is like, I just started making it, and I didn't look around me to see what my friends thought or what my parents thought or anybody. I was just like, let's just try this out, because like I have to do it for me,
And when you enjoy what you're doing, you don't work a day of your life. You know what I mean? That's what it is. And
you get it, bro. Look at those awards on the wall. You for sure get it.
The Golden Doves, we're surrounded by great awards, and it keeps us focused. You know what I mean? So thank you for seeing that in the background. But Elijah,
Legend.
for you, I mean, what is a work day like for you when it comes to like songwriting? Do you go to a routine? Do you have a daily routine that you got to write a song a day or make it a song a week? How does it work for you when it comes to it?
So when I'm not feeling inspired, I generally try to make my life a very routine thing. I try to just get up, I work out, I make sure that I'm eating well, I make sure that I'm taking care of my body. I try to see people that I love, and then I also, when I'm not songwriting, I really try to take advantage of the times that I'm not songwriting. The thing that I've learned in doing this for now a decade or so is you don't really get to choose when those moments are. And sometimes you'll just be like, oh, I got to write a song, or I got to write an EP or a project or whatever that thing is. And it's happening right now. And if it doesn't happen right now, it's never going to happen. So when those moments happen, you just have to roll with them and just understand that that's the number one priority in your life. And for example, like Bright Orange Everglow, my second last EP, I wrote the whole thing in a week, the entire thing. And we were in the process of moving, and I had my whole studio packed up. And the day we packed everything up, I wrote the chorus of If You Want Love. And I was like, damn, there's more songs in here. And all of a sudden I just had to throw everything to the wind. I had to unpack everything, and I just reset up my studio. And I stayed up every day until 4 a.m. just finishing this music. And then we left on that Friday, and the project was done. And then I mixed it, and we got into the new spot. And it's never really when you expect it. So I think my routine is just do everything that I can to allow myself the space to be creative, because you don't get to choose those moments. You don't get to choose when a good song comes. You just have to keep opening that door and hoping that something's there. So my routine is just routinely going to a guitar or whatever it is, and every single day is picking something up that I can be creative with. And if it's there, I'll follow it. And if it's not, I don't force it anymore. I just enjoy the process.
You don't force the whole creative process. Yeah, I could imagine that. And for you, I mean, I know you're on tour. You know what to expect. Invite all your fans. They're all tuned in now. You know, checking you out. Where can they get tickets? Go ahead, man.
Yeah. So we are playing in Manila tonight. I think the show's at 7 p.m. Tickets are on my website, ElijahWoods.com. I know there's still a few left here. It's a big room, so I'm hopeful that y'all can come fill it. It's going to be an awesome show. I already know it. I can feel the energy in this room, and it's going to be a special one. So if you guys sell it out, I'll play a couple new songs.
Hey, that's what it's about. Hey, we're excited for this one. And are you going to be performing all your EPs? What's the set list like? How long is the show?
Set list, I think we're about 82 minutes. I think, yeah. So it's a good chunk of songs. I'm up there for a while, so I got to save my voice here. Now I'm talking too much, but.
All right. Well, thank you very much, man. You know, the Catcher Show, of course, happening tonight over at the Podium. Is of course brought to you by Live Nation. That is something big. Elijah, thank you very much. I got one more question. Do they ever confuse you for the actor? Is that really your real name?
Imagine I was like, you're the first one. Imagine I was like, you're the first one to ever say that. No, all the time, bro. And honestly, I'm trying to get him in a music video coming up here soon. So yeah, stay tuned for that.
That'll be dope. Right? It's like it's your song, but it's him singing, like, you know, pretending to act like he's singing, and then at the end, it's like that comes out.
Justin Bieber, Drake, pop star energy, like that kind of.
That'll be dope.
Thank you so much for your time, man. Mahal kita. I love you, Philippines. I love you all. Thank you so much.
All right, awesome. You know, in behalf of everybody here on the Monster, I'd like to thank you and congratulations on your show in advance. All right.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate you, man.
Take care, man. Thank you. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Elijah Woods. The show is happening tonight, so don't forget to grab your tickets. In behalf, of course, of Kayla Rivera, my name is Rico Robles. This has been another Monster exclusive interview. Have a great one.
Monster exclusive interview. Monster exclusive interview. Only from Manila's hottest. Monster RX93.1.